Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to a brand new video. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is reviewing the team of the week and talking about what I think will be good to invest. So this week is certainly a bit of a weird one when it comes to investing, because basically you're gambling off of one of two trends happening. Either one, that on Friday, aka the day you're watching this video, we're going to get SBCs at 6 PM needing these players, and if so, what's going to happen is they're going to absolutely bang, because there is literally next to no supply of these cards, so as soon as they're needed, they could bang. Or, what I'm probably going to do on one of my other accounts is actually gamble that there won't be anything today. And the reason I'm going to do that is because today we have two of the three active, big upgrade SBCs ending that need Team of the Weeks. Because they expire, obviously they should drop the price of these Team of the Weeks. And therefore that will be probably your golden opportunity for 24 hours between 6 PM on the Friday and 6 PM on the Saturday to go and invest in the Team of the Weeks, as long as they don't need them. Now the reason they should do really, really well is, again, we're just in such low supply. You look at last week, well, right now we're at the point where discard informs are 15k, 84 informs are going for they're up to 24k even for the rubbish ones. So we're basically in the point where Team Weeks at the moment are very, very rare. But that is really, really good for investing, because what it means is if there's only, let's say, 100 cards compared to maybe 500 cards, an increase in demand is going to rise the 100 cards more than they'd rise the 500 cards. And at the moment, we're in the position where there's basically only 100 cards. So, let's have a little look. So my first overview of this is there's a lot of really, really good Team of the Weeks. Like normally, if we go look at last week, how many discard Team of the Weeks do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have, 1, 2, 3, 4 81s. But if we go and look at this week, sorry, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 completely off-league 81s. Whereas if we look at this week, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, we only have 4 this week. Compared to, how many was it last week again? It was compared to 7. So the first reason this is really good is because discard Team of the Weeks aren't actually that good of a thing, because it basically just means there's more supply. If all the Team of the Weeks are higher, in theory, there's less supply of Team of the Weeks than if there's loads of cheap, low-rated Team of the Weeks, and therefore there's more supply. And like I explained a second ago, a low supply is really, really good. So if the Team of the Weeks are all high-rated, it means they're, obviously going to be a lot rarer. But this week, actually, we do have that 81 right there. So this week, we're obviously looking at 3 discard informs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 81 informs, with, 4 of the 5 being from good leagues, which is decent. We've got ourselves 1, 2, where's the other one? 3 84 informs. We've got ourselves 182 inform. We got ourselves 183 inform, and then a cluster of 86s. So let's go through them first. These guys, yep, if they go and hit 11k, perfect, buy them for discard. Like I say, there's only 3 quote-unquote discard Team of the Weeks this week, so should do very, very well. These informs at 15k actually aren't looking too bad, but I'm not actually convinced they actually are 15k. I know they are. At 15k, they're honestly not that bad as of recent times, but like I say, after 6 PM, if they're not needed for SBCs, these cards probably go down to about 13, 14k on PlayStation, and then probably drop down to about 15k on Xbox. Perfect price. I'd say you're probably looking to buy these cards maybe about 9 PM to midnight, if not anywhere from 6 AM to probably about 9 AM UK GMT, or whatever we're in nowadays. So, discard Team of the Weeks, looking really good. Best discard Team of the Week. Trossard is brilliant if you're willing to convert him to a left back, but if you're not willing to move him from a left wing back to a left back, don't bother buying him. Other than that, probably Thomas. The only problem with Thomas is we did have Saliba last week, but Bundesliga left mid from an off league, Bundesliga right mid, from an off nation. Pretty awkward to link in, but French Ligue is perfect, and again, Prem's perfect if you're willing to position change him. We'll then move underway with the 82s. Bruno Guilherme, yeah, pretty decent for links, because there's only 182 rated in form. If they do need a SBC needing an 82 rated team and an inform, he will absolutely bang. To the point where this card would be more expensive than 84 rated informs, because what a lot of people think is they see 82 rated, they say an inform, and they just go and buy an 82 rated inform, even if it's not coin efficient. Likewise with Torreira, he'll do really, really well if they need an 83 rated Team of the Week with an inform, because there is only one this week. Moves on to the 84s. Obviously, Godwin, completely useless when it comes to links. So bear in mind, this guy is looking to be, I don't really understand, I guess more expensive than this guy. Is that one? Yeah, he's more expensive than these two right here, which is kind of crazy. Obviously, I would avoid him. I mean, maybe there's just type because he's like a third in form. I mean, at the moment, there is quite low supply as well. So anyone with a slight weakening demand could be a little bit expensive. Par White Kulu is probably a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, if we're looking at them all at discard, I'd go Kulu. His utility is brilliant. He also has a slight bit of weakening demand. If not the best out of Dembele and Forster, I'd probably go Forster. Premier League, you know, is normally very superior when it comes to SBC links. I'll be honest, again, at 20k, they're not that bad. I mean, we go back to looking at last week's Team of the Week, and we go look at the 84s. I mean, these are already up at 22. They did bottom out at about 16, but you're not going to get the packs open this week that you did last week. These get down to about 18k, I think they'll be really good. Again, decent rule of thumb. Look at buying them from 9 PM till midnight. That is Dembele, Forster, again, Kulu being the best. And if Godwin gets down to, you know, 2k cheaper than them, I'd buy him. But due to him offering no utility when it comes to high chem, I wouldn't be too keen on buying him. We'll then move underway with, there's no 85, so we'll move underway with the 86. That is going to be Taremi, Ledesma, and Carvajal. Carvajal is beautiful SBC footer, absolutely beautiful. But I'm not sure if he'll get to the... I mean, yeah, at the moment they are all the same price. But out of all of them, Carvajal, we go look at 86s last week to get a little bit of an idea on what they could go down to. But we don't expect them getting quite as low. Yeah, I mean, by theory, they don't actually get much lower. And the reason they don't get much lower is... I mean, they go down to 23 maybe. Is because these cards never were that inflated in the first place. Like, this guy's gone from 23 to 27. But you go look at someone like Mwepu, who's gone from 16 to 22. So this card has risen more, but it's cheaper in the first place. So I don't know if we'd really expect much, you know, maybe even bottoming out at 23. But again, there's no packs being opened this week like there was last week. I think that was a bit of a fake price at 26. But obviously I'd prioritise Carvajal, then Ledesma, then we can move on to way to Remy. Moving up, being good value for money. As I said, you didn't see the 86s rise much last week. Your best value for money is going to be basically your discards all the way through to, I'd say 81s and 82s would be the most efficient. 84s are okay though at 20k. So discard to 84s if you want the most efficient. We'll then move underway with the 87 if I'm not wrong. No 87 this week. Then move underway with super high rated, and I'll be honest, I wouldn't touch them. Unless you want to gamble on this week's icon pack, the high rated informs just don't do well. Like, I'll show you everyone from the last 2 weeks, and because the icon SBCs have sucked as of recently, there's just, you know, I say we've already proved that the 86s didn't really have any money on them. And there we go, like Immobile, no movement whatsoever. Bear in mind, you know, the 84s have gone up nearly 50%. Rubbish. Look at David Silva, 24 years up to 30. Obviously, he's got that Spanish utility. Does anyone have any sort of like... Nah. I mean, Kimmich has German Bundesliga. That's pretty strong, but in terms of utility, they don't really have that. Again, Carvajal really has that sort of Spanish utility that David Silva has right there. I mean, David Silva is also 86 rated. We then move underway with the Lit. The Lit did go from 30 to 37 given, which actually isn't the worst in the world. But again, 30 to 37, that's only an increase of about 20%. And the lower rateds have an increase in 50%. So there's no reason to go and buy these unless you really have that many coins to the point where it's super awkward to go and invest them. So, yeah, that would basically cancel out Martinez, Ronaldo, and Kimmich being good investments. These players rising out packs due to weak league demand. You could do. We did see last year that cards rose from this up-and-coming Monday onwards. So if you did want to go for... I don't know which of these would really be... I mean, I'd only really see Ronaldo being weakly demanded nowadays. Yeah. Like, maybe Haaland. Like, if you wanted to gamble on Ronaldo or Haaland being weakly demanded, you look at buying them on the Sunday evening or the Monday morning. But that is going to wrap up a little Team of the Week review. Silver Informs probably wouldn't touch. Although, actually saying that, we do have icon... We might have new icon swaps next week, so... But they haven't done very well the previous 2 times. So, if you did want to go and gamble on the Silver Informs, did they have a... we didn't get any last week. That actually works quite well in your favour, not getting any last week. Because it means we're going to have a lack of supply. What did you bottom out at? Bottomed out at 14k. So what are they at the moment then? 12k. What day did you bottom out? Bottomed out on the... You might actually want to look at buying this guy on the Sunday. Presuming that we're not going to get icon swaps until Monday. You could actually look at buying both Italy and Wales. I'd probably go Wales because we've had multiple Australian Silver Informs, and we've obviously got that Carvalho guy, whereas he's playing in the Romanian league, so I can't imagine he'll be as demanded. So you've also got your Silver Informs you can look at going picking up on the Sunday. So just one quick run through. Silver Informs on the Sunday. These when they hit 11k. These when they hit like 13, 14k, I don't think are too bad. These when they hit 18k. these, when they go and hit, what did they hit last week? 23k. Obviously, Kulu again, if he can go and hit 18k, that would be beautiful. Torreira, I would look at probably buying if he hit 18k. Bruno Guilherme, I'd look at buying if he hit about 16, 17k. And then if you have a dying urge, you can go and buy Ronaldo and Haaland over on the Sunday, but I don't think it'd be too coin efficient. That has been that for the Team of the Week review. Hopefully it's helped you guys just, ease up what to invest in this week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.